I was not sure if I can paint at the beginning. You know what I mean? It was kind of scary, and but I already started to do like a lot of like drawings and sketches on my sketchbook, like when I don't have class or whatever. So and then people saw my drawings. They were like, "Oh, you're actually kind of good at this." And they're like, "Oh, why don't you start to make paintings?" So I was like, "Okay, that sounds cool." And that was when I kind of started to make paintings. So I guess like my painting parents are Jackson Pollock and Lee Krasner. I remember MoMA was having a little show about Pollock's like drip paintings, and then I went to see it maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, and I was like blown away by it. I was like, holy shit! Like you can make painting. This is called a painting, and that was like when I started to realize all the possibilities about painting, and that was when I kind of wanna like I was telling myself, I was like, no matter if I can become a successful artist or not in my lifetime, I kind of want to make like kick-ass painting, and hope that after I die, my ancestor can go see it somewhere and then find some inspiration from it. That was how I kind of like wanted to paint. And although like nowadays I don't really find like Zen as like my major influence right now, it was still like a very important start point for me. Yeah, actually, I think it happened last to me recently, but you know, like sometimes you just made mistakes when you are painting. You just, you know, cover something you're not supposed to cover, or like paint on this side using this color instead of that color. You just make terrible choices in painting, and you didn't really know like what is the outcome for the decision you are making, because I feel like painting, it's just like purely making decisions, you know, and the decision you're making, sometimes you maybe means good and it didn't end up great, and I feel like that says a lot of things happening in one's life too. I went to boarding school for both middle and high school, and then there was like very intense regulations in those boarding schools. It's like very different from those like fancy boarding school that you would imagine in the States. Like I was not allowed to like use phone, and then we cannot like you cannot kiss a boy or have a relationship. Yeah, there's like a lot of regulations, and basically for my entire high school, I only slept like 6 hours per day. Like they would force you to go to night classes until like 11 something, and then you have to get up at 6. So that was intense. Yeah, not fun at all. A lot of the color reference in my recent paintings are from like Yuan murals and other like Asian, Chinese like jade or like antique and stuff. And I have been trying to reduce the amount of color I use in every paintings so that the viewer can focus more on the composition and the relationship of each layers in my painting. So sketches for me, they're kind of function as like the little exercise or warm up in between paintings. And sometimes I would use a sketch to set up the basic foundation or like composition for painting. I think my painting, although they're abstraction, there's like an entity in the center of the painting and then the background, and I kind of just want, and then there's like multiple layers. So my intention was like letting multiple layers interacting with each other, but you cannot really tell like what is the way in or what is the way out. And I kind of look at it as like I want to depict like a sense of uncertainty as like a metaphor of the living condition of human being, because like I feel like we're living in a world of like full of like changes, and you don't really know what's gonna happen tomorrow, like from COVID to the war going on around the world. And I feel like I kind of want to depict this sense of like turbulence in my work.